Top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning.
Keep my sandwich out your fucking mouth, dude. Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
Take my sandwich out your fucking mouth. Wow.
That's right, Ty. Why are you biting down on my sandwich like that? I'll give you permission to do that.
Can I get a bite, please?
There you go. That's more like it.
Yeah, it's important to ask. Wow, big Willie with the slaps last night. Did you catch that live or did you watch the instant replay?
Dude, you will never catch me watching the ceremony of washed actors ever. I could not be
Mm-hmm.
bothered, bro. It's like the most after the Grammys, that's like the second worst type of award show to ever consume.
Mm-hmm.
You
Even
watch
the
that shit
concept
live?
of I don't watch that shit live. No, I did play some. I bet some Bitcoin on the outcome, but I lost it all. I didn't even watch it
Dude,
though.
imagine betting Bitcoin that Mr. Rock will get his shit rocked.
Yeah, damn. What a twist. What a wildly. I have uncontrollable urges. I'll admit it. I have feelings like that when they put the wrong cheese on my sandwich, or
Hmm,
they misplace a cucumber. I wanna
I know,
slap
right?
someone too. The way they're
Imagine if
slapping that
they
meat down.
imagine they burn your sandwich in the toaster. Like, is that grounds to slap the shit out of your sandwich artist? Like,
Oh jeez.
what would cause you? Like, what would have to happen at Subway, Ty, for you to reach over the glass and just give your sandwich artist the old open-faced sandwich, if you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. A knuckle sandwich.
Yeah, the open-faced knuckle sandwich, the one that won't get you thrown in jail. As soon as you close that
Mm-hmm.
sandwich, that's a jailable offense.
Wow.
I
Yeah,
think
you
Will
are
is
right.
not. This is Will's not first time. It's not his first time assaulting somebody because he handled that. Like he knew the limits of like what would get him kicked out.
Mm-hmm. He knew it wasn't like it was open faced, a flatbread hit, and he was in and he was out. He said, "I'm not lingering to cause problems. I'm already ushering myself back to the seat."
Exactly.
Yeah,
He
the man's
looked
done it
calm.
before.
Yeah. You know what? Upon first watch, I thought it was completely fake, Ty.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but seeing what unfolded afterwards, and hearing the recap, everything, it seems real now to me.
Yeah,
But this would be
I
a great performance. It was like he won Best Actor, but like that, if that was fake, that would have been a Best Actor worthy performance.
100%. We'll never really know, will we? It's kind of like the tuna. First, you thought it was fake, then maybe it's real. Maybe the tuna is just the best actor. We'll never know.
Holy shit, that's genius.
Now,
So Ty,
I
back to my question, like
yeah,
why would you ever slap a sandwich artist and like what would cause you to do so?
I don't think I would, Eric, and I don't think that Big Willie Smith is setting a very good precedent for anybody. He's gay, like opening opening a door. I don't think we go want to go down around like violence to comedians. Like he slaps so that someone else can punch. And
Wow.
I stand by my stand-up brothers as what I consider myself comic relief for this podcast. So
Hmm.
my brother in Christ was in danger. I will not be slapping a sandwich artist, no matter how many mistakes they made, because I know how to control my emotions, Eric.
Hmm. That is true. I am surprised he didn't get kicked out. Like they even like gave him an award after that. Like, that's crazy, Ty.
A standing
Imagine.
ovulation.
Yeah, exactly. Um, do you think like if it was anybody else, like somebody who wasn't beloved, if like Kanye West like went up there and like slapped like Beck at the Grammys, like do you think he would be thrown in jail? Or would he continue to like receive the award that he was gonna like win anyway?
Wow. Yeah, I think Ye would get canceled pretty fast. It must be because Will Smith has a clean slate, no prior offenses.
If anything, we all feel bad for him. Like it's like finally he did something to protect his marriage, you know what I mean? Um,
Mhm.
yeah, like
Yeah,
where
it's
was he when he was like being cucked out? Like
yeah, when
where was the slap then?
no kidding, like, maybe that's where he practiced his slapping was on, his, the 3rd in their ménage à trois of affairs, Will,
Hmm.
Jada, and that other guy.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
know,
I
but
for what I understand, he was only slapping his meat at that time, and
yeah.
recently he upgraded to slapping uh, comedians.
But it's a one strike rule. I don't think he can pull that off again. Quite literally
Hmm.
one strike.
Hmm. That's true.
Great form though. Like if my sandwich artist brought the cheese down on my bread like that, I'd be clapping while they're slapping.
Wow, like imagine slapping on some pepper, some Monterey Jack, like with that much force. Like the lettuce bin would like do a little jump skis if you
Hmm.
if you slap the cutting board down that hard, you know?
Yeah, it's an earthquake, an ass quake. Everything's
God
jiggling.
damn it. God damn it. Oh man. But yeah, Ty, I
uh,
don't know. How did you feel seeing that? Do you think Will should have been celebrated the way he was or what? He's also got facing some scrutiny right now. What do you think what do you think is a fair thing to do right now?
hmm. You mean how should this situation be handled moving forward? What do we do about the liability that is Will Smith?
Well, why not? But also, what do you think the Academy should have done in the moment? Like,
The
like,
Academy.
they keep asserting themselves as these like big dick gatekeepers of quality.
Hmm.
So why didn't they, pull up their pants and escort Will himself out? Because they seem to be trying to position themselves as bigger than any of these talented people. So
Hmm. Yes, they are an ethereal group of masked people. They're
hmm
kind of like I like to think of them as the franchisee owner of the award
hmm
ceremony.
yeah,
And much like a franchisee owner, I don't think they're too concerned about what's happening on the ground floor, what dramas unfold, as long as it has people coming through the door and the
tuning
subs
in.
keep getting sold. Tuna in.
Yeah.
So
Um,
there's no such thing as bad press, even if it's someone's hand pressed against your cheek.
that's true. Or some mystery tuna pressed against some mystery bread.
Hmm.
Um,
What about
but
you?
yeah,
What do
Ty,
you think? This
I mean,
academy, this group of um, smart. I'm assuming they're smart there. Well, like
smart
you don't call
white
yourself the
men.
academy unless you're a group of white people that are like, yeah, upper echelon, educated,
Very classist. Um,
aristocratic, if you will.
that's true. Yeah, I think the slap itself was um, quite symbolic. I think it was literally a metaphor for, you know, him coming through and breaking down the barriers of, the Academy actually meaning something. Like, and it's not just the Oscars, but any award show. Like the fact that they didn't bring the hammer down on him immediately tells me that none of this matters. None of this is real. Like
Mm-hmm.
we all know, like the wrong awards have been handed out in the past, and they continue to be off, to say the least. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I think Will just like slapping the shit out of Chris Rock made it seem like they really don't have any power or control.
It's true. Well, or they want this to happen. Like I got a very like Squid Games vibe from the whole thing. Like
Mm,
maybe they just want everyone to beat each other up.
yeah. It's like here's the Oscar for Best Picture. Everyone has to fight to the death for it now.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
It's like last one standing gets the award.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, Eric. I think the whole thing's kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. I'm not talking about my foot long. I'm talking about the ceremony. I did see one pretty good take on Instagram. Someone commented, they said they said, uh, "Chris Rock can take a punch better than Will Smith can take a punchline." I thought that was pretty
Mm-hmm.
clever.
Very, very well said. Twitter user.
Yeah, thank you, Twitter user 1379. Um,
God damn
shout
it.
out to the breadheads.
God damn it.
But,
All right, well, enough of this topic. Anything else today we gotta talk about?
well, Eric, I got a lot to talk to you about. I've been like,
Please.
I've been really chefing it up in the kitchen lately.
Mm-hmm.
I found this recipe for a potato bellini. Do you know what a bellini is, Eric?
I know what a Bellini is, a la Cactus Club. The frozen Bellini. It's quite good. It's like a peach like Slurpee basically.
You are not wrong. That is a bellini, but this is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the bellini. Bellini. It's more of a it's a French potato pancake.
Oh, okay.
It's literally a
Okay,
pancake
interesting.
made from mashed potatoes. Anyways, I was trying to recreate this recipe from the French Laundry, the French Laundromat. Are you familiar with this Napa establishment?
Yes, I've heard of it, and I've heard of how washed it is,
Mm-hmm.
how it seems like the kind of place where like the Academy would go.
Oh yeah, there's I'm for sure they a 10 course like meal inspired by Coda, you know?
Mm-hmm. Anyways, tell me more about this Bellini that's non-alcoholic, and you can't drink it.
Nope, you don't even put syrup on it. But what it was paired with was like they turned eggplant into caviar. So it's called eggplant caviar.
What a
Wild,
creative
right? Like
name.
what are the like the liberal art school students going to come up with next? And then it was and then I topped it with what the recipe described as bell pepper confetti, which is just a fancy way to say like cooked bell pepper, cooked and spiced, and then like sprinkled so it looks like confetti.
Oh my God. So you chopped up some bell pepper
Mm-hmm.
and you just like kind of sprinkled it on top.
Mm-hmm.
And did you go for the full assortment of colors, or was it one was it a dramatic affair?
I went for the red and yellow. I think they're the most celebratory of the bell pepper colors. Looking back though, I wish I did add a touch of green. I think it would have like added some dynamic eye movement to the plate. But overall, I just want you to know it was a hit. It was a real like fresh on my palate. It was quite good. I'm gonna try to make more Michelin star meals at home. I feel like if quarantine has taught me anything, it's that like uh, spending like 7 hours cooking a pancake is totally worth it.
Um, so how long does this actually take you? Like this sounds a little too complex for me.
Right. Cake to plate was pretty fast. That was like a 45 minutes to an hour of food, but the prep work to get there, that was the tricky part because you have to like really wine and dine this eggplant. You gotta you gotta marinate it, you gotta bake it, you gotta like strain it, like cool it in the fridge, blend it up. You're really like running it through the ringer. You're turning it into caviar. Like that, you can't do that just overnight. Well, you can. It's basically an overnight prep.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting, Ty.
Yeah, but one thing I learned though, Eric, is that French food has a lot of like a lot of butter in it, you know, a lot of cream.
A little bit
And
of
like
burr.
little malt. Um, and I'm starting to think like I got like maybe if I keep eating like this, I'm gonna pack on like a the Think Fresh 15. Are you are you? I'd imagine that many of the breadheads have experienced this as well. You eat enough of the Subway, and you get that Freshman 15.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they do say the podcast mic adds 30 pounds. And I can hear it in your voice, Ty. You're thickening up as we speak. You're you're getting nice and thick for the summer, which I like.
Yeah, you want that? Yeah, hot pastrami sky summer.
Oh yeah, dude. once this guy's tanned and thick, I'm gonna be out of a job. These guys gonna this guy's gonna graduate to OnlyFans, and I'll be stuck here podcasting by myself.
Yeah, you know all the
Um,
attractive podcasters are on YouTube.
that's true. We got a face for Anchor.
Yeah.
Shout
Uh,
out to our number one sponsor who's held it down from the beginning, guys.
yeah,
Anchor,
shout
guys.
out to Anchor. You can
Um,
get a special discount if you use our Think Fresh 15 code.
that's right. And we also want to announce a new sponsor, Keeps. You know, that is for hair loss, and you can use code JADA2022.
We're growing hair back. We're manscaping hair. All the ads, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Here
We're
comes the
we're
bills.
yeah, we're weaving through all of the ads we got here. Um,
Hmm.
and I'm not just talking about Jada's weave.
Hey, that was pretty fast. I I feel like the GI Jada comment was like I understand that like if you have alopecia like you might have like some self you might be a bit self-conscious about that, right? And if someone's feeling self-conscious about something, that's pretty low-hanging fruit for a comedian. But I feel like she wasn't that self-conscious. She was rocking it that night, you know? Like that dress that she was
Hmm.
wearing, that it was a statement. She wanted people looking at it. Like so I felt like it was a fair game, you know? It's a fair shot. And all that green, like she's just trying to draw a connection to childhood toy G.I. Joe.
Hmm.
Like the resemblance is uncanny.
I know she's literally dressed like a bush. Like she's wearing a ghillie suit, and
Hmm.
I mean I can see where the joke came from. Um, why is
We were all thinking it.
yeah, why is everyone so soft these days? I don't understand it. Like
Oh
why is
man.
Will Smith so in his feelings about one little joke when his wife's after getting piped down um from other dudes. Like where was that energy at that time? Like I'm so confused, Ty. Like
Yeah. It's all
why
bottled
is
up.
Chris Rock your final straw?
It's because I think all of his emotional sauces have drizzled down to the end of his sandwich, you know? So they all
Hmm.
explode out on that last bite. You take one
Yeah,
more bite
absolutely.
of Will Smith and you're getting sauced.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Um yeah, a whole bunch of pesto sauce over here. That's what the dress is.
Hmm. I it was what a weird display. It was both like a very like beta and sigma male moment for both Chris and Will. I didn't get any alpha energy from either of them. And
Yeah.
you know what I think this is a cultural issue, Eric, of around like I think I blame raw food diets. That's what I blame for this entire situation. It's like people are not toasting enough sandwiches. They're not like you saw Bad Vegan. Like look what happened to them.
Dude, let me tell you, eating raw beets will seriously do damage to your mental health. It's a known
Hmm.
fact. Um, like I do have to talk to you about this show, dude. It's probably the worst show I've ever seen. Like
It's a terrible show.
I hate that you put me on. It was the most frustrating like 4 hours of my life. Because watching somebody like just willingly overpay for nothing,
Hmm.
um, really sent me over the edge, and it triggered my, worst fear at Subway, when I overpay for a terrible, terrible experience. Just
Hey,
listening to the conversations, I was just like, this idiot, bro. I can't deal with this idiot.
yeah, dude, when you're just like sending that much money to nothing, I'm like actively buying Bitcoin while I watch this, thinking, what an idiot.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Um,
So, what do you think? Like, can you empathize with the emotional state of this Sharma character in the Bad Vegan series?
can I empathize? No, I can't. I think he's
You're
an
not an
idiot.
empath. You just think
No.
she's a big dummy.
What the fuck's an empath? No, dude. I think it's like objectively like an idiotic thing to do.
And that's coming from Eric. Uh,
Yeah,
I,
damn
I
right.
I agree. It is idiotic. I think like this entire situation, just like okay, the media loves when vegans fail. They want to see vegans fail so bad. Like
Oh yeah,
I feel
dude.
like it's an uphill battle for veganism. Everybody wants them to fail.
100%.
People will just lean into this fact. They're like, "Oh, you went to jail and you're a vegan." I can't believe that. That's like a narrative. It's like somehow your diet and your actions are conflicting for they're on opposite moral compasses. Like,
Mm.
do people think that about us, Eric? Because we own a Rick Owens and Aesop candle, yet we eat at Subway? Like, where's our moral compass? It's all spinning in a circle. Which way is north?
Well, Ty, I believe in the power of juxtaposition, actually. Um, we may be we're scent people, you know what I mean? The scent
Mm,
of Subway draws us in, the scent of vetiver draws us in as well.
mm-hmm.
I think it's you know, people are complex, Ty, and we can like many different things. But I think if you limit yourself to things that grow out of the ground as a means of consumption, then I think you know, you might deserve to be swindled out of $1.5 million.
Yeah, maybe. Or
Like you
maybe.
asked for that.
Do you think? Well, do you think Tin Hat Time? Do you think that she was obviously kind of complicit to this situation, bad vegan situation? But do you think that she is perhaps not telling us as much as she actually? Like, do you think she was involved in this like intentionally? Do you think she like knew what was going on?
Hmm. I mean, my theory is that, our Mr. Anthony Strangus was actually a CIA agent sent by Big Dairy to sabotage her successful
Mm,
restaurant because, you know, that's the last thing we need, Ty, is a successful vegan restaurant. We have too many now. Um, and I
mm-hmm.
don't think it's good for
It's a
the
real epidemic.
yeah, I don't think it's good for the economy.
No, probably not. Like you're not gonna like. I mean, you can combat inflation, Eric, with carrots. Like 1,000%. A carrot costs 60 cents. Like if everyone just started eating that, then price of food go down. It's not like what Kanye said, price go up, angel investor. Price go down, carrot consumer. So it would be more
Fuck's
financially
sake.
stable, but Eric, I think that this Sharma character, I think she's not giving up as much as she was involved. I think she's scapegoating a little bit. I think every veggie's got a little bit of dirt on them, but she's soiled.
Hmm. You know, I like what you just said, but the biggest red flag for me was the fact that Shane, aka Anthony, did not comment at all in this documentary.
Hmm.
We don't know the man's side of things. There's two sides to every story, Ty.
For sure.
Maybe he was the one who was swindled. Maybe he's like, trying to like provide for the family. He's traveling while he's working abroad. He's trying to get, his money up, he's trying to bring that bread home. But,
Hmm.
whatever her name is, Sarma, she is like just still trying to like plug away at this failing, vegan restaurant. And Anthony's like, enough of this shit. Like we gotta raise a family. Like, what are we doing here? Why are we wasting so much money on this bullshit? Send me 10K. You know what I mean? So that's 10K that
Hmm.
could have went into the business, but thankfully instead it went into whatever Anthony was working on.
Yeah, I'm sure he had some like big things coming next year,
Yeah,
like in
absolutely.
stealth mode.
Big things are going.
Yeah,
Uh, stay tuned about. We're really about to blow up. You know what I mean? We're about to
for
blow up, Ty.
sure. Like that 10K wasn't gonna go for like how many more things can you turn cauliflower into? Like it's a stale investment to
Hmm.
dump that into restaurant touring.
Hmm.
So I think you're right, Eric. I think you're right. There's two sides to every story. Two 6 inches to every foot long.
Yeah,
I think
and
we need 4 more episodes.
we need four more or four less actually would probably be better.
Yeah.
But yeah, no one ever asked the cauliflower, if they wanted to be made into like 18 different things.
Hmm. Yeah. That's a really inside out thinking, Eric. I like that. Bottom up.
Absolutely. I'm a bottom first kind of guy.
I know you are.
Yeah. An ass man, if you will.
You didn't need to say that. We were all thinking it.
Yeah, that's true. Kitai, well, this has been a wild ride of an episode, but it feels good to, you know, bring the news to the people and to enlighten our breadheads.
The think fresh take. I feel like we formed an opinion on something.
Mm-hmm. I think so. Leave that for the viewers to, you know,
Hmm.
digest. They'll chew on
Much,
that one.
much like ordering my foot long. I just did a lot of talking and didn't come up with a lot of very good ideas.
Uh, yeah, I just did a lot of talking as well, and I'm left with a, you know, sweet, bittersweet taste in my mouth.
Mm,
Um, but hey, it is what it is. I thank
yeah.
you for your service, Breadheads. Thank you for listening. Um, we canceled the OnlyFans, guys.
Yeah, it was just tough to keep up with, and honestly, it was affecting my self-esteem.
Yeah, I know. It was it did get deactivated. We did violate the terms of use. It got a little too explicit on the
Hmm.
OnlyFans, so we had to pull back a little bit and we just made a company decision to cut our cut one of our legs off, you know what I mean?
I was on support with OnlyFans for weeks. Kept trying to explain to them it's a black olive, not a butthole, but they didn't believe me, so we got evicted from the platform.
Exactly. We got evicted. Um, but this right here will always be free, baby. Free 99.
Hmm.
Just like the
Yeah,
footlong it never was.
paid for by your listenership and Daddy Anchor. So shout out to Anchor. Shout out to the breadheads. Thank you for joining us again today. Think fresh, everybody.
Bon appetit.
Ciao.